Okay.
Does anyone ever think when a professional athlete does something outrageous, just how stupid can you be, and then they go on to show you? Well, lately many athletes have been doing just that, especially in the National Football League. Since 2000, there have been 713 arrests in the NFL, 85 of which have been domestic violence. According to NFL's past penalties for domestic violence, A Different Story by Michael Martinez and Priscilla Rojas on September 16, 2014. But to someone like you or me, this could be somewhat of a regular occurrence. But for a child who idolizes these players, it can have a devastating effect. So today I'm going to talk about mainly the nonverbal, but also the verbal impact of professional athletes on children. I'm going to talk about how these players are role models to children, the problems in the NFL, but also the good the NFL does for children. So I'm going to start with how the NFL is role models for children. Today's youth looks up to professional athletes. I know I did when I was a kid and had that desire to one day be like them. I work at summer basketball camp where the kids all wear these NBA jerseys and they imitate the players and they want to be just like them, which is awesome that these kids have this passion and this dream. But the players need to take some responsibility, know what they're doing so these kids don't imitate the wrong things. And all college and professional athletes know that they're in the spotlight and everything they do will be known. Lately the NFL has been under some heavy fire. After many games, players will have a post-game interview, and what these players say in this time could affect how the children act at home at school. And not only what these players say is heard about, the NFL recently came out with new drug and domestic violence policies, and these players' personal lives are being exploited. And this year alone, 5 players have been arrested for domestic violence, like Ray Rice or Greg Hardy, along with 10 more for drugs, like Le'Veon Bell or Justin Blackman, according to the USA Today NFL Player Arrest Database by Brett Skrottenberg on October 24, 2014. These are some of the most well-known players in the NFL, so this not only has a bad influence on the young audience, but it also impacts and devastates its fans and supporters who have known and loved these teams for years. Luckily, though, the NFL does some good for children. Some NFL players and organizations have programs towards helping children to be more active and get into sports. The most well-known of these programs is the NFL Play 60, the movement towards an active generation. Their mission is for the next generation to be the most active and healthy by encouraging at least 60 minutes of activity a day, according to the NFL on NFL.com, last updated in 2014. And this, along with many other charities and fitness organizations, it helps provide a positive outlook for children, so they can positive outlook for children with obesity and for the next generation to be as active and as healthy as possible. Now I have reviewed how these players are role models for children, the problems in the NFL, and the good the NFL does for children. And these players have a huge impact on them, whether it's verbally in their interviews or non-verbally on the court or field or in their personal issues. And these players need to be aware of what they do and say and how it will affect people. And if they take some responsibility, they can help provide a safe and fun world of sports for everyone.